Oh, you're gonna customize the look?
Oh yeah, you can head to the barber and tattoo shop, Chris.
Okay.
And customize our tattoos.
Okay. Getting a look at a few of them here. I like it. Jormungandr. We have some folks, some For Honor fans in the chat recognize that name.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you can also change the hair color as well.
And so this is customizing both, and we're obviously seeing Eivor as a woman here, but Eivor is also can play as a man, and it's not like similar to Odyssey in that they are different characters. They're the same character. You can switch during your adventure if you want to mix it up. Is that correct, Jess?
Yeah, 100%. You can change nearly at any time during the game if you want to. We have 3 options. We have fully male, fully female, or let the animus decide.
Oh, okay. Wait, so does the animus decide, will it stick with one, or will it kind of like mix it up?
I believe the description that we give so far is that it takes the stream, the memory stream or the data stream that is strongest at that time, and it is the default selection. But of course, if you have a really strong preference, by all means, both are totally valid choices.
Cool.
Which reminds me, few of your raiders are chomping at the bit in hope of becoming your second. You ought to pick one.
So just we have this. Yeah. I'm gonna tee this up because this is something called the Yoms Viking, and I basically talked to this woman outside of the barracks, and she said there's a bunch of people who want to be my second, who want to be my lieutenant, and this is where I get to sort of customize that. But what exactly is this person? What do they do for you, Jess?
So a Yoms Viking is a raider that is sworn to you and essentially will always be on your ship. You can choose their appearance and change their gender, and once you lock that in, that is the character that is now your Yoms Viking. However, it's also a great opportunity for you to equip, really amazing loot on them, make them look amazing, and once the game is launched, you'll be able to share your Yoms Viking. So once let's say you're not in the settlement or you're not raiding actively, your friends can actually take your Yoms Viking with them, and if they do raids with your friends, they can come back and give you a bounty, or loot from that. So that's what a Yoms Viking is. I personally like to put my finest gear on them and have my friends play with them. So that's the best route.
Yusuf, you better not be sending no scrub-looking Yoms Viking over to my ship. Not happening.
Oh, no. Trust me, Chris. Halvor Mushroom Eater is only the finest warrior around.
Put them in the default clothing you get at in the first part of the game.
Just rags.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love. It's good to be enthusiastic about things and have hobbies, Chris. And I'm just glad that Halvor, has a passion. And that's mushrooms.
What level do you have to get at with how much you love mushrooms to have people refer to you as...
That's your nickname.
Mushroom Eater?
Damn.
Join me. Let us begin.
All right, Chris. This was probably this is one of the moments in the demo that totally caught me off guard. How invested and how much time I spent playing Orlog, which is this dice game. And just do you want to give a brief intro about what Orlog is and how it works?
Sure. So Orlog is our dice game. You can find it in some cities, sometimes next to where your team's set up, and it's a great opportunity for you to relax and play a game of dice. And so the point of the game is to deplete the health of the other player. In this instance, it'll be the kind of gems. And in order to do that, you can roll dice, and the dice have faces, offensive or defensive. And there's also another factor, which is God favors. So those are the kind of statues that you see on the side there, and they'll be able to be summoned through what we just saw now, which are favors, and if you have enough, you can summon powers. So that's the basics of it. You can earn God favors as you go, and you can select them as well. It's really fun, and it's a great place to mix and match or combine different abilities.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I got absolutely addicted to this. I
Really?
played
Oh,
like 3
that's
different
great.
matches. I had to remind myself of like, wait, no, this is not the game. This is just part of the game.
I am Eivor.
yeah.
I am Eivor.
Yes. Yeah.
Folks,
But yeah,
while
you're
we
seeing
check
like
out-
arrows, you're seeing hands, you see like axes, helmets, shields, and so arrows and axes attack the opponent's like remaining health, and then shields and helmets block each one of those respective ones, and then
Gameplay is pre-recorded and we've edited it together for time to show off as many different things as we can during our live stream. We are live and chatting about what we see on screen and also trying to take questions occasionally. So go ahead and throw in a question in the chat. We've also got UB Gabe in the chat. Shout out to him answering questions from the Assassin's Creed community development team. Super glad to have you joining us. So keep an eye out for those questions and we'll try to answer the ones that we can. As we explore and keep you updated on what you're seeing here, and descend into a dark place filled with spiders and rats. My favorite! Absolute favorite.
So cozy.
so there's a big old shiny glowing thing here, Jess. And can you tell us exactly what this is?
Right, so those are books of knowledge, which can also be found via wealth. I forgot to mention that earlier, how could I? But they are part of the wealth, and essentially you have to find the way to get to it, and once you do get that book of knowledge, you'll be able to either unlock a new ability, or you'll be able to upgrade an ability if it's the second time you find that same book of knowledge within the world. So that's what we're looking for right now.
So are these like consistent like places? Like this book of knowledge there that I'm finding here that's going to give me a certain ability. Will that be the same for everyone, or will that be like this is the place you go to find harpoon impalement? Is that it?
Yes, I believe they're fixed. So they are all set in certain areas of the world, so you'll have to explore to find all of them. But no, they're not random.
Very cool. I like that.
All right, Jess, I got a
So,
few
yeah.
rapid fire questions I want to throw at you here while we look at these melee
Rapid fire.
abilities.
Okay. Okay.
Wingslap wants to know, does the weather affect your ability for stealth gameplay?
I don't believe so. Not my area of expertise personally, but I don't believe so. If I'm wrong, I hope Anouk or the HR team can correct me, but pretty sure no.
Well, no wonder you got the nickname, man. Mushroom Eater. What's this seal doing? Wait a minute. Sorry,
you know what?
on hold. We're in a hallucination challenge.
Halvor recommended that I try out some of these local mushrooms, and let me tell you, it was an interesting time. It gave me this
Experience.
hallucination challenge. Suddenly there were seals on the ground and gates surrounding me.
Sure. Seems natural.
Yeah,
Normal,
and
totally.
it turned out to be a little bit of a puzzle where I had to figure out kind of what to do. And then I realized that there was one very helpful seal that was directing me to the proper gate. And when I walked through it, it turned white. And so I have to enter the gates in the proper order.
Question from Dagar is asking about mounts. Are there mounts? Can you mount this seal? Can you ride this seal?
Not to my knowledge.
No, it's just like,
If only.
Wait, you got horses?
Yes, yeah, you can get horses. Mostly horses. I think we have a couple surprises in there, but let's assume horses.
Sounds good. Folks are curious about the map size compared to Odyssey. This one's quite sizable compared to, right?
I'm not an expert when it comes to comparing map sizes, unfortunately. It is vast, and we have a couple environments also to be explored. We also have, Norway initially. So if we count that all together, I would say it's, comparable. It's a very big environment.
Excellent. Yusuf completed the mystery.
We are no longer hallucinating on random woodland mushrooms.
Fly Agar.
Oh, this was what I thought was one of the more sort of like humorous side quests first. And it's kind of revealing the origin of one of our a very well loved culinary ingredient.
Oh, please. I'm
Mushrooms.
irritated enough already. The last thing I need is
On
someone lying to my face.
It is a
Something that's a bit harder to pronounce.
Take it. What are you brewing anyway?
I call it Leicestershire sauce.
That is a mouthful. What is wrong with it?
It doesn't come close to meriting such a sizable name. That's what's wrong with it. And I've tried. Lord, have I tried. But I cannot, for the life of me, strike the perfect balance.
Tough out here, man.
I should just give up.
As I look around, it is hard to argue.
You wouldn't have it catch an eel, would you?
Not the first thing I grab when I set off for the day. No.
I've fished everything in Leicester but the eel.
And you think this elusive river snake could be the answer to your sauce woes?
There's only one way to know for sure.
All right, if I wrangle one, I shall bring it to you.
Chris, tell me about your sauce woes.
And you think this elusive river snake all your sauce woes. All right, Yusuf, time to solve some
Poet.
sauce woes.
Oh yeah, and it starts with fishing. So we headed out to the river nearby, trying to catch an eel.
All right, while you're eel fishing, Haddon Jedi wants to know, I've never played an AC game before. What do I have to know to understand what's happening here? And Yusuf, I'm curious because you've played a ton of AC games before as well. What's your take on
I
it?
have, yeah. I've played basically every AC game. There's never a bad time to jump into Assassin's Creed. You can jump into any entry that interests you. If Valhalla is going to be your first, you can totally do that as well. Each sort of historical story is essentially stands on its own. It's the modern day story is what is persistent throughout the games, and it's that's easy enough to catch up on. Or I think the dev teams do really good jobs of sort of catching players up on what they may have missed in the past. So yeah, never a bad time to jump in.
Totally agreed.
So you've got
Sword.
an eel?
Verdict?
You're swinging the sauce?
We gave the eel.
Not quite there.
Needs more eel.
Sauce woes persist.
I've had worse.
I suppose that's it then. It's over. Time for me to pack up my things and see what the fruits of another kingdom might offer me.
Where will you go?
Worcester, I think. Though I'll be buggered if I'm going to name my sauce after that paltry place. Thank you for all your help. I don't know many names,
Listen,
and I
this
don't
is the thing I
care
like
to,
about
but
Assassin's
you've
Creed
helped
is
bring
like
closure to this journey.
in many
If I
ways
could
it
ask
tells these
one more
epic
favor of
tales
you,
and has these
it would
like
be to take
characters
this
that are
failure
so
to
like
the grottos
involved and
for my
moving in
own.
these stories
I
that
can't
make you
stand
feel
the
like a
sight of it.
friggin'
Farewell.
hero.
Luck be with you.
But they're also fun and funny, and you get to meet characters who are trying to brew up sauce. Like it makes that world feel so much more rich and interesting to explore. I love it.
I also like that I now have a better idea of how to pronounce that sauce, because I don't know about you, Chris. Anytime I see it, I just always kind of just mumble my way through it or just say it really fast. Worcestershire sauce. Yeah. But now I'm just gonna be like, oh, it's Worcestershire sauce.
Without you.
I think we can say Worcestershire.
What have you seen?
I don't know.
Soldiers are plenty.
That's a northeast thing, all right.
That is true. That's New England vibes right there coming out.
Bullgreat is here. Sure of it.
All right. What is
Bathhouse
happening
there,
in?
that church,
Well, actually,
see?
first, folks, I see a
the
bunch of
scouts
people
check
asking
them
us sort of
both.
about deeper
back any moment.
story stuff, about present day stuff.
Did you
We're
see
not really touching
Upa
on that
and
much
Zika
during
in
this
Templar
stream. We're
Bra?
focusing more on the different
No.
gameplay segments we're showing
Burger
off.
is hiding
But I'm gonna
here.
put this in chat, and
There is
sorry
a
to
lot
be talking
we
over
would
this.
not have to do if we
Look in chat
stuck
for a
to
link on
killing
more story
kings.
stuff.
Thanks to my brother, now we are into making them.
No small tension between you two. Thought you'd be more like-minded.
You and Sigurd, you always see eye to eye.
More often than not.
You are still young. You live to my age and you will see. The closer you get, the greater the stings that rise.
When he says closer to my age, he means like
Time's up for
28,
the scout,
right?
I'd say.
That's old when you're a Viking.
Yeah,
Give
definitely.
him a chance.
Eivor is actually
Risk
14.
them seeing us in Berkeley again. Stay here and wait for your scout. I'm going in.
They grow beards very early.
Listen, man, get out on them raids. You grow up real quick. So what's happening here? We're about to. I presume you're going to jump off of this, and if you don't, I will end the stream right now. Okay, good.
So
safe.
when we finished that assault, we saw that Burgred was nowhere to be found, and so he's gone missing, and we have a few leads on where he might be. So Ivar has sent in the scout here to into the city, the town of Leicester, and we're going to go investigate. What the scouts found, or we don't know where the scout is right now. Maybe they've been caught. Maybe they're stuck somewhere. So we have to go investigate.
But it's stealthy time now. We got the hood up and everything, moving through, and now, the hood obviously is not like total hiding. You see the guard sort of alert things, queuing up there or not, but you managed to make it to the bench.
Oh yeah, we're blending in the bench. And Jess, I want to ask you because this is a new mechanic to